People call it the greatest love story ever carved in stone. A monument built for romance, a symbol of devotion meant to last forever. But that story is incomplete. Because the Taj Mahal was not built to celebrate love, it was built to survive grief, to project power, and to make one man impossible to forget. For centuries, we have been taught to see the Taj Mahal as a fairy tale in marble, a grieving emperor, a devoted wife, a perfect symbol of eternal romance. Yet beneath its symmetry lies something far more human: loss, obsession, and the ambition of an empire at its peak. The Taj Mahal was not only a tomb, it was a statement, a declaration that grief could be transformed into authority, that sorrow could be carved into permanence, and that memory itself could be controlled. To understand why this monument exists, we must look beyond its beauty and into the moment that broke a ruler. In the early 17th century, the Mughal Empire was one of the most powerful forces on earth. Its wealth stretched across the Indian subcontinent, and its rulers commanded armies, cities, and cultures. At its center stood an emperor who believed architecture was power made visible. His name was Shah Jahan. When his wife died in childbirth in 1631, the empire did not collapse, but something inside its ruler did. Court records describe an emperor who withdrew from public life. Music stopped at the palace. Celebrations were canceled. Within months, his appearance changed, but grief did not destroy him. It redirected him. From this loss emerged a vision that would consume more than 20 years, mobilize tens of thousands of artisans, and draw wealth from across Asia. That vision was a tomb that time itself could not erase. Construction began in 1632 along the banks of the Yamuna River. The location was deliberate. In Islamic tradition, flowing water symbolizes paradise, continuity, and eternal life. Marble arrived from Rajasthan, jade from China, lapis lazuli from Afghanistan. Precious stones were cut and inlaid by hand, petal by petal, line by line. By 1648, the central mausoleum was complete. By 1653, the entire complex stood finished. What rose from the riverbank was not merely a building, but a vision of heaven brought to earth. At first glance, the Taj Mahal appears perfectly balanced. Every tower mirrors another, every arch answers its twin. But this perfection was not aesthetic, it was intentional. Shah Jahan believed symmetry represented order, and order to an emperor meant control. Visitors do not arrive suddenly. They approach slowly, guided through gates, reflection pools, and measured space. The monument reveals itself gradually, preparing the mind before the eyes. Even the garden follows this logic. The charbagh divides space evenly, reflecting the structure in the sky. Paradise here is not wild, it is controlled. The white marble reacts to light. At dawn it blushes. At midday it glows. At dusk it turns gold. At night it becomes silver. The building changes while remaining the same, a reminder that time moves even when memory does not. The calligraphy grows larger as it rises, correcting human perspective. From the ground it appears perfectly proportioned. Perfection, once again, is engineered. And yet one detail breaks the rule. The minarets lean slightly outward. If disaster struck, they would fall away from the tomb, protecting what lay inside. Even catastrophe was anticipated. Preservation came first. For years, the Taj Mahal stood as proof that its creator had mastered time. But power, like symmetry, is fragile. As the monument neared completion, the empire behind it began to fracture. Succession was never guaranteed, and sons watched and waited. In 1658, as the emperor's health weakened, they turned on one another. A brutal war of succession followed. When it ended, Shah Jahan was no longer emperor. He was confined to Agra Fort, just across the river from the Taj Mahal. From his chambers, he could see it. The dome, the minarets, the reflection in the water. Every sunrise illuminated the marble. Every sunset returned it to shadow. The monument meant to defeat time now measured it. For 8 years, he lived as a witness to his own legacy. When he died in 1666, his body was carried across the river one final time. He was buried beside his wife. In that moment, the perfect symmetry was broken. His tomb was placed off-center. Love disrupted order. History disrupted control. The Taj Mahal outlived its emperor, then the empire itself. Dynasties fell, borders shifted, the world changed. The monument remained. During colonial rule, it was nearly dismantled. During war, it was hidden. During neglect, it endured. In the modern age, pollution became its greatest threat. Not conquest, but time and carelessness. Today, science, law, and preservation protect it. Not power. Millions visit each year. Most come expecting romance. Few realize they stand before something far more complex. The Taj Mahal is no longer a symbol of one man. It belongs to everyone who looks at it and asks what it truly represents. Is it love? Is it grief? Is it power? Or is it the human desire to be remembered? The Taj Mahal does not answer. It reflects. In it, we see our longing to preserve meaning, our fear of being forgotten, our attempt to turn fleeting life into permanence. It was never a love story. It was a human one. If this story changed the way you see the Taj Mahal, tell me in the comments what surprised you most. If you found this documentary meaningful, take a moment to like the video. It helps this story reach more people. And if you enjoyed documentaries that look beyond the legend and into the human truths behind history, consider subscribing. New stories are coming, quiet, cinematic, and worth remembering.